Alright, Schlockmeister fans, here's a brand new movie, for me anyway. Never seen before. Unmasked. Part 25. Let's check it out.
Don't go in there. Don't go into that house. An evil child was born in there, and now he's come back from far away to avenge his birthplace. Now, none of us is safe.
Guess they should have heeded that crazy guy's warning. Next victim.
Listen about, will you?
His girlfriend is victim number 3.
Hey.
A couple making love are victims 4 and 5. Oh, Friday the 13th trick there.
I'll make love to you. Would you like that? I'll give you a blowjob.
The blind girl Shelley is the last person left in the house, and she thinks this is her blind date.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude or anything. It's just that it's late.
A blind date for a blind date.
Perhaps you're afflicted too. It is strange. I cannot see and you cannot speak. Perhaps that's why Patty planned this date for us.
He doesn't kill her, and they bond.
I can speak.
You can speak?
I've never had anyone to talk to much. They never gave me a chance.
Oh.
He takes off his mask for her after declaring himself to be a monster. I think it's a valid point. They end up sleeping together.
I don't have many male guests. How about you?
Certainly not.
He tells the story of his life.
That I had drowned. I hadn't. No one knew it, but I lived. You cannot see my face in all its hideousness. If you...
It's hard enough not being sorry for myself.
You don't seem like such a bitch in the morning.
You don't seem like such a monster.
I have my better days. Slashing their throats.
He lives with his father.
And you've got a kid.
Father, you must understand. I don't want to kill anymore. I'm going to quit.
Quit? This fiasco. The mess you left upstairs, all that blood and guts splattered all over the place. And the bodies. Do you think I like living here with this rotten, stinking smell all over the place?
Like anything black.
Window shopping.
Don't bother much.
What's wrong?
Let's go back.
It's all right.
They're laughing.
They don't know anything. They're just stupid.
I don't care. I hate it. I could slit their little throats.
You must look just like that stupid man in the film, The Hand of Death.
You see? Don't you understand what's going on here? I am that guy from the movies.
One night he walks into a bar and they think he's that crazy guy from the movies, so he gets an autograph.
What does it say?
Come on. Let's see what you're hiding under.
You fucking wanker! What are you waiting for? Get the bastard!
And then he kills his own father. Patricide. Shelley wants to spice things up and get kinky in the bedroom.
God! You could kill someone with this thing. I don't know. I think it just makes me feel more inadequate.
Love his bad boy underwear.
Who's this?
You mean Juliette?
Juliette? What's she doing here?
I sleep with her. Sometimes, when I get really lonely.
Listen to me. Everything's fine. I have to warn you, Shelley.
What are you talking about?
Please don't go out there.
She's supposed to go to this cottage. He's going there.
Go ahead. Scream if you like. To be perfectly honest, I'm really starting to get bored with the whole thing.
You're the guy from the pub, aren't you? The one that attacked Nick.
Jackson's on a roll now.
That was terrible.
Here I am, darling. Come and get me.
When his girlfriend finds him. And another. This guy put up a little bit of a fight. But not enough. So we're left with our final girl.
If only there was something more. It just all seems so pointless. The real monsters are out there. I hope you understand.
I didn't know what was going on. You never said anything. I've been just sitting here waiting.
I'm sorry. It's just not a good night to be going out.
I'm pregnant. I'm going to have a baby. Our baby.
No. That can't be. No. I couldn't let that happen. I couldn't put an innocent child through this. Forgive me. It's a hell of a life being a monster. It's a hell of a life.
Our final shot in the film. All right, let's talk about Unmasked Part 25. Obviously, that's a joke. There's no parts 1 through 24. This is a kind of a parody of the 1980s slasher movies in many ways, especially considering the hockey mask, the Jason hockey mask there. It's a British-made movie, or at least I'm assuming it was, since everybody in this movie had a British accent. It's a horror comedy. It's basically about a serial killer in a hockey mask, and he's killing people, but he is torn. When he kills everybody in this house, he slaughters everybody. He's met with one final girl whose name is Shelley, and she's blind, and she thinks that Jackson is his name, our killer here. She thinks Jackson is her blind date. A blind date for a blind date. And she starts talking to him, and then he doesn't kill her. They end up sitting on the couch, and he kind of opens up to her, and doesn't tell her who he is or what he is, but he reveals that he's some sort of, he has some deformities. He takes off his mask, and we see that his face is all messed up. We hear a little bit about his background later on, how he was at a summer camp, and he thought he drowned, that thing. Again, it's just totally like a Friday the 13th type of thing. He makes hints and stuff about people that he's killed in the past, camp counselors, that sort of thing. Basically, he ends up falling for this girl, and they become a couple. They sleep together. She's a little wilder than he is actually in the bedroom. She has like dildos and blow-up dolls and all kinds of stuff, and he's kind of freaked out by that. But they have a pretty decent relationship. But again, he's torn because he's always been a serial killer. He feels that's his job and that's what he's supposed to do. But he also is getting kind of bored with it and doesn't realize he's just not happy. One night he goes out and he tells her to stay home, and he ends up slaughtering everybody again. kills all the people, and then he goes back to Shelley, and Shelley tells him that she's pregnant, and he's like, no, 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 I don't want to bring a kid into this world. I have him go through this, and then he basically looks at her and says, forgive me, and then he slices her throat too and kills her. Last scene in the movie is him walking down the street and looking up at a marquee, and there's a Unmasked Part 26, The Return of Jackson, is going to be playing soon. And that's how our movie ends. So there you go. That is Unmasked Part 25. Now, I've heard of this movie. I've seen it on some, message boards and things on Facebook and stuff. Some of the horror groups. I've talked about this movie a little bit, but I just never had a whole lot of interest in it. I don't remember this movie being on VHS, although probably was back in the day. I don't remember, but I was always kind of intrigued by it a little bit, but just never got around to it. And then Vinegar Syndrome had a sale not too long ago, and I wanted to add a couple things to it, so I just threw this one in the pot, and now I have it. And you know what? I'm glad I did, because I pretty much enjoyed this movie. It came out in 1988. The Blu-ray here looks incredible. It looks very good. It was kind of a fun movie. It really was. The gore is fantastic. They really packed in the gore of this movie. They didn't skimp on the blood, that's for sure. Pretty good effects. The makeup on our killer was pretty good. A couple of nude scenes thrown in. Yeah, this is a typical 80s slasher film, British made, but tongue-in-cheek as well. So anyway, I do recommend Unmasked Part 25. I enjoyed it. So again, I'm one of the last ones to see this, I think, at least amongst the horror fans. So I'm sure a lot of you have already seen this. So you tell me what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. I'll leave a link to Amazon if you're looking to buy this movie, and you should. The Blu-ray, like I said, looks fantastic. Vinegar Syndrome did a great job. Check it out. Leave some comments. Unmasked Part 25. Watch it. Bye.